Hello and welcome to June. It's Saturday the 1st of June and I'm here with a 2-card tarot reading for you. Now I've been looking at some astrological information on YouTube and Facebook and the internet, and people seem to think that June, July and August are going to be the best 3 months of the year for us in creating abundance and things going well for us. So I am quite happy to subscribe to that point of view. But let's see what the cards have to say about it. Right, okay. So talk about putting a dampener on it. We've got the 7 of Swords here, but we've also got the Moon. Okay, now when you look at this card, it's at night and you can see that the moon is behind those clouds, okay? I feel like the 7 of Swords is coming in today to just remind us that our intuition is always there, and sometimes it can be clouded over by events going on around us, okay? The reason I'm talking about intuition is because the moon is that kind of guide. You know, the high priestess who rules over intuition is guided by the moon. And this beautiful goddess here with her 2 wolves, you know, she is listening to the wax and wane of the moon and working accordingly. Now, when we work in that with the cycles of the moon, we really get to understand ourselves, our bodies, our intuition, and we're not so much followed by our mind. And I know that sounds like a really silly thing to say, but our headspace can really get in the way of our journey, of our self-development, and also allow us to kind of let external factors come in and change things that aren't meant to be changed. And that's why I feel this 7 of Swords is coming in here. This person, we don't quite know what's going on with him. He's crouching down and he's got that sword in his hand. He's got one outright as well. We don't know if he's had a fight and maybe taken somebody else's sword. We don't know if there's somebody else around this picture that we can't quite see. We've got the crows circling. Now, if you notice, this is the 7 and the 5 other swords are in the crow's claws. Each one of them has got a sword. And I feel with this today, it's like, imagine those crows are other people. Everybody else has got their own stuff going on. And if we forget that, then we take their stuff on board. So if somebody's in a really bad mood and they snap at you, you can go, oh, okay, they're in a really bad mood, I'm going to leave them to it. Or you can really take it personally and the words that they've said to you can really affect you. I mean, I remember talking to somebody once and they were a nervous driver, okay? And they'd been driving for 20 years. And there were certain things, like when people drove behind them, they got really, really nervous. And we kind of chatted about it. And it was like when that person was learning to drive, somebody was really nasty to them and drove really close to them and bibbed their horn and shouted and swore at them. And that was a person that came into their life for about 5 seconds, 20 years beforehand, but it had an effect on them for 20 years. And, you know, this is a time now to examine everything you think about yourself and find out where that came from. So is there anything that you say where you go, oh, well, I can't do that, but you never actually question, why can't I do that? And you can actually look back and find the starting point where that sentence began. I can't because someone said I was useless. I can't because I'll never do that. You know, we do it. And sometimes it's external factors. Sometimes it's just learned behaviour where we tell ourselves that we can't do that. You know, being a woman, you get told that a lot, don't you? Even in this day and age, you still got the people that still think it's the 1970s, haven't you? Trouble you women. Have you ever heard that sentence? It's like, oh, goodness me. But that's a whole different rant for a whole different day, I feel. Could go on forever. So I feel today, the 7 of Swords. Swords are to do with our mind, okay? And I feel like this is examine everything you think about yourself and find out where it came from. Because this person's crouching down, we don't know why, but if all of these people, or crows, but I'm symbolising them as people, are giving him opinions, giving him, you know, what you should do is this, you know how people are. What's he going to do next? What's he going to do with those two swords? Is he going to drop that one and walk away, but it was actually rightfully his? Is he going to go and attack someone? Is he going to react? I kind of feel like I want to say to this guy, come on, look, the moon is here guiding you. It's a bit clouded because your judgment's a bit skew with at the moment, but please do tune in. And once you get that tuning in, we have this beautiful moon, don't we? And, you know, the moon comes out at night, so traditionally we're all asleep then. I think we was talking about bat yesterday, weren't we? Saying that, you know, bat came out in our spirit animal card. So if you didn't see that, go and have a look. But it was about the fact of doing things out of our comfort zone and him being nocturnal. But actually, if we work with these nocturnal energies that the moon brings in with us and work with them, it's actually quite inspiring. It's actually quite freeing as well, because we are being guided by our gut feeling, our intuition. That's, you know, our second brain down here in our tummy that we often ignore. So what else have we got in here? Now, actually, I was going to say butterflies, but we've got moths here. Not butterflies. They're that kind of grey colour of moths. And, you know, I'm not a fan of moths because they tend to fly right at you. But they're just as amazing as butterflies. They just, I feel like, I want to say, they get a bit of a bad name, don't they? But the reason I'm drawn to these moths today is because I feel like they're overshadowed by butterflies. We're always butterflies, isn't it beautiful? Transformation, moth, They're the same, aren't they? They're just the ones that come out at night. They're the ones that we don't relate to because we're asleep. And overshadowed is a really interesting word, that turn of phrase, because the moon is overshadowed here. So I feel that is a message today for all of us. In what ways is your personality overshadowed? What is it that you are not being seen? You're not being seen in your full potential because someone or something may be overshadowing you. And I feel because the moon has come out today, it's really taking note of, this is our time in the spotlight. This is our time to shine. And I feel like these moths are saying, don't let it happen. Just be you. You know, people may not like us, but, you know, that's okay. We're just going to do our thing and work with the moon and, you know, go out there in the night and just be us. So there's lots of very important messages here, I think. And I said June is going to be a really great month. June, July, August, they're all gearing up to be very abundant and full of promises and miracles, and that's great. But if you're not working with your own intuition, I feel like you're going to miss some of that. And we've talked about that, haven't we? Missing opportunities. It's been a theme this week. We don't want to do it. We want to have the confidence when we see an opportunity to go, yep, that is for me. I can feel it, and I am not going to let anything else tell me differently. So, how exciting. Let's see what amazing opportunities come up. Please come back tomorrow and I'll do another reading for you. Have a wonderful Saturday. Bye for now.